Good morning, my dear students. Today let's learn about um, lake ecosystem. My name is Dr. P. Brahmam, lecturer in zoology, Ramannapeta Government Degree College, Yadadri Bhunagiri District, Telangana, India. Lake as an ecosystem. To understand the fundamentals of an aquatic ecosystem, let us take a lake as an example. Lakes are large inland water bodies containing still water, that is lentic, means still water means lentic position. That lentic water position, still water is available. That lake ecosystem, lakes are large inland water bodies containing still water. Lakes are much deeper compared to ponds. Most lakes contain water throughout the year. Light in aquatic medium cannot penetrate behind a depth of 200 meters. Hence, vegetation in an aquatic medium does not occur behind 200 meters. Behind 200 meters. The thermal stratifications occurs in lakes of temperate regions. Oxygen is poor in deeper waters. Deep lakes contain three distinct zones, each with its characteristics living organisms. The lakes as divided here. In the lakes, you have to see in the regions. I am expanding this lake view of a lake as an ecosystem. Freshwater producers and consumers also there. Producers, consumers and decomposers also there. Lake is mainly divided into littoral zones, and limnatic zones and probandal zones. Littoral zones, limnatic zones and probandal zones. Littoral zones, it is the shallow part of the lakes closer to the shore. Light penetration up to the bottom. Because of the shallow waters, lakes, when we are treated in the lakes, we simply, these littoral zones and lakes are very different from one zone to the another zones. What we are thinking of littoral zones, the littoral zones and limnatic zone and probandal zones. Littoral, limnatic zone and probandal zone. The lake is divided into totally three parts. See here, three parts, that pond ecosystem, river ecosystem, ocean ecosystems are there. Among that, the lake ecosystem is a static water ecosystem. This is the lake ecosystem is a static water ecosystem. Why? Because the water here in the slide you have to observe, my dear students, the lake ecosystems always simple aquatic ecosystem. The lake ecosystems is always static water is there. Always static water is there. The littoral zones, it is the shallow part of the lake closer to the shore. Light penetrates up to the bottom. Because of the shallow waters, vegetation is abundant and therefore the dissolved oxygen content in the water is high. Consumers also are abundant in this zone. Water is relatively warmer as it is heated by the radiation of the sun. The biota of the littoral zone. The biotic communities in this zone are the producers and the consumers. The producers, these are the rooted plants and the phytoplanktons. The rooted plants vegetation. The rooted plants is of three types. There are emergent plants floating, emergent plant floating, and plants and submergent plants. The emergent plants which are partially submergent and partially exposed are the emergent plants or amphibious plants. They form the link between water and land environment. Example: Typha, Scrupus, Sagittarius, Cloacas, etc. Floating plants. The floating plants includes the free floating and rooted floating plants. Free floating plants float freely on the surface of lake. Example: Pistia, Wolfia, and Limna and Eucornia. The rooted plants are fixed to the soil, but their leaves floated on the surface due to their long long petioles. Long example: Nymphia and Trapea. And submergent plants, they are completely present in water. They are completely present in water. They are away from the shore. They are away from the shore. They may be rooted to the soil. Example: Valsinaria and Cara and Cryptopsis and Altimesons. So these are phytoplanktons and consumers and zooplanktons and nectons, newtons and peripatons and benthas. These are all like that, and the chlorophyll bearing floating microorganisms present in the water from the phytoplankton. These are also important producers in the littoral zone. Example: diatoms and green algae and cyanobacteria and dinoflagellates. And consumers are more in number in this zone than in the other two zones. They are classified into zooplanktons and nectons and neustons and peripatons and benthas. Zooplanktons, small microscopic floating animals present in the surface water. From the zooplanktons, they have limited locomotory powers. Example: many protozoans, that is rotifers, that is crustaceans and cyclops and daphnia, etc. And necton, the animals that are capable of swimming constitute the necton. Example: fishes and amphibians and terrestrians and water snakes and insects and their larvae. Here in this the Newton, that animals living at the air, water, infectious constitute the Newtons. These are of two types, that is epineuston and hyponeuston. And hyponeuston animals living on the surface of water suitable the epineuston. Example: gills, beetles and animals living on the underside of the air, water, infectious constitute the hyponeuston. Example: larvae of a mosquitoes. The peripython animals attached to the aquatic plants in this zone constitute the peripython. Example: water, snails, nymphs of the different kinds of insects, that is bryozoans and terpellarians, etc. These bryozoans and terpellarians, the benthic organisms, rest on or move on the bottom or beneath the sand or a debris. This is chironomid larvae, clams, reed, annelidans, cry-fishes, etc. The limnatic zone. There is a limnatic zone. That limnatic zone has limnatic structures. That limnatic structures having two types. The structures and limnatic zones, we are zones having the benthos, benthic organisms rest on or move on the bottom or beneath the sand or debris. In this limnatic zone is the open water zone away from the shore. This extends up to the effective light penetration level. The amount of light decreases until a depth is reached where the rate of photosynthesis equals the rate of respiration, which is called the effective light penetration. Here the rate of photosynthesis is equal to the photosynthesis is equal to the rate of respiration. This zone is absent in shallow ponds. This rate is zone in shallow ponds, and limnatic zone has no contact with the bottom of the lake. Then the biota of the limnatic zone, both producers and consumers occur in this zone. The only producers in this zone are the phytoplanktonic organisms, example diatoms and euglytoids, and these cyanobacteria and dinoflagellates and green algae. The consumers of this zone are the zooplanktonic and organisms such as copepods, etc. The limnatic newton, which includes fishes, frogs and snakes, these are all the zooplankton's limnatic zones. These zones animals is living. Prabundal zone is the bottom and deep water sea. In the diagram you have to show every diagram the lake ecosystem, stock photo, ocean ecosystem, pond ecosystem, river ecosystem, and lake ecosystem is a static water ecosystem. That zones are there, some zones producers, consumers, and as well as the decomposers. You have to see the division of a lake, that is lentic and lotic and prabundal zones. In lentic and lotic and prabundal zones, those are all are having, prabundal zones is the bottom and deep water area, which is behind the depth of effective light penetration, as the effective light cannot penetrate photosynthetic plants do not occur in this zone. Oxygen contents is low. A thick layer of mud and sand is present at the bottom of this zone. This zone is also often absent in ponds. See, biotic of the prabundal zone. The biota are biotic. All these zones. Prabundal zone is the bottom and deep water areas. Simply. So this is the biomorphic areas. These morphological structures, including the mostly dominated by decomposers at the bottom of the lake. Water of the prabundal zone contains the nectons, and the bottom contains the benthos. Example, chironomid larvae and red annelids, and some molluscans and bacteria occurs, as well as the large numbers. They decomposes the dead plants and animals and release the nutrients of the biotic communities of the limnatic and the littoral zones. The lake ecosystem performs all the functions of any ecosystem and of the biosphere as a whole conversion of inorganic substances into organic materials with the help of the radiant solar energy by the autotrophs, and consumption of the autotrophs by the heterotrophs, decomposition and mineralization of the dead matter to release them back for residue by the autotrophs, recycling of a minerals, autotrophs by the recycling of a minerals. Simply, these recycling minerals this cycling is very very important and positive manner. See here, this is the lake ecosystem. This lake ecosystem, many more things are there in that lake ecosystem. Every living organisms except the consumption of the autotrophs by the heterotrophs and decomposition and mineralization of the dead matters to release them back for the residue by the autotrophs and recycling of a minerals, that recycling minerals is dead plants and the animals and release the nutrients to the biotic communities of the limnatic and the littoral zones, simply. That is, these are same the lakes. The lakes is the static water places. That lakes is totally divided into three parts. That lake ecosystem, lake is an ecosystem. To understand the fundamentals of an aquatic ecosystem, let's take a lake as an example. Lakes are large inland water bodies and containing still water, that is means lentic system. So the lake water system is divided into three parts, that is littoral zones and limnatic zones as well as the probundal zones. It is the shallow part of the lake closer to the shore. Light penetrates up to the bottom. Because of the shallow waters, the vegetation is abundant and therefore the dissolved oxygen content in the water is high. Consumers also are abundant in this zone. Water is relatively warmer as it is heated by the radiation of the sun. That's why the ecosystem of a lakes are many more systems. In the ecosystem, the ecosystems due to the morphology refers to the physiological factors, shape, size, structure, and that determines the lake behind important systems. So the zones as here the static system, lake ecosystem morphology also a very important point. Why? Because if the morphology is not there in the lake ecosystem, that gives undergoes and animal that can survive at low oxygen levels only are found in the probundal zones. Low survival from this limnatic and littoral zones for their food. This zone is mostly dominated by the decomposers. Decomposers are many more. Whatever it may be, in the every ecosystem, the decomposers play a major role. The decomposers decomposes the system, all the waste materials, that converts it into a nitrogenous waste material. This nitrogenous waste material again in recycle. Then typha, here you have to see lake basin, how the lake is there, how ecosystem is there. This ecosystem, water and lake basin and Meson lakes comparison and related searches, a lake ecosystem found. These lake ecosystems simply the depth of the effective light penetration, as the effective light cannot penetrate and photosynthetic plants do not occur in this zone. The oxygen content slow. A thick layer of mud and sand is present at the bottom of this zone. This zone is also often absent in ponds. Probundal zone sometimes absent in the ponds. So these probundal zones, biota of the probundal zones, animals that can survive at low oxygen levels only are found in the probundal zones, mostly dominated by the decomposers at the bottom of the lake. Water of the probundal zones contain the neutron, and in large numbers they decomposes the dead plants and animals and release the nutrients to the biotic communities of the limnatic and the littoral zones. Limnatic and littoral zones. So this is the totally lake as an ecosystem. Lake as an ecosystem. That lake is an ecosystem. Thank you.